Hello and welcome back to another definitive guide with the Tough Eggs. Today we are looking into trading, a revenue source that until recently was nearly impossible to make use of. However, CIG partly addressed this issue with the inclusion of the Commodity Price Alert system. This system provides an update on which locations in the system are short of a resource or attempting to sell a surplus of supplies, thus allowing players to plan effective trade routes between destinations and ensures a large amount of these resources are available to be both purchased and sold. These commodity price updates are very much in a rough state of development and aren't 100% accurate, as the prices do alter as players move cargo between destinations, meaning you may not hit the exact margin expected, but you still will make a good profit. To find the price update chart, hit F1 to bring up your Mobi-Glass, then select your journal. Locate the price update within these messages. It's certainly not the most user-friendly of interfaces, but it gets the job done, which is the main thing. So within this list, you'll find a breakdown of all the stations and trade locations in the system. It will also show which items these locations have an overstock or an understock of. Understocked items are in demand, as such the location is willing to pay a premium to entice players to transport goods to that location. Overstocked items are in abundance, and so they are being sold at lower prices in an effort to remove excess stock. So by using this data, we can select a resource from one location, purchase enough to fill our cargo hold, and then transfer this resource to another area with this item in demand, hopefully making a good sized profit along the way. Now, it is important to select items with a good profit margin, as some lower value resources are not really worth the hassle. I tend to focus on souvenirs, fireworks, construction materials and audio-visual equipment. These offer good returns on your investment, however they can be expensive, with AV equipment costing 248 SCU per item. Just to put that into perspective, that's nearly 25,000 UEC per SCU of cargo, as each SCU contains 100 items. So, if you're running a Caterpillar, it will cost 14 million UEC to fill. That's kind of ridiculous, but you can still make it work using other commodities. For example, fireworks are currently being sold for 12.61 UEC, but are being purchased for nearly 14.95 UEC, which is an increase of 2 UEC per item. When you're hauling 69,000 items at a time, as I am here, that can quickly add up. So, to start these trade runs, you'll want to dock at the desired station or city, offering the resource of your choice. Then head to their admin centre, not the trade district itself. I have seen lots of players being confused by this, so just take note. From here, you'll be able to select your cargo vessel of choice, for this example a rented C2 Hercules Starlifter. Select the resource, that being fireworks, and then purchase your desired amount. So for the Starlifter, a full cargo hold has cost me 869,000 UEC. Once purchased, simply spawn your ship and admire the vast swaths of cargo filling the interior of your vessel. Anyway, then travel to the location purchasing the item at the highest price. Currently, New Babbage seems to want everything known to man, so I head there. Once you've sat in Quantum for a little while and arrived at your destination, you'll want to land at that location. With New Babbage, there are two places to land. You can simply park outside the commons or dock at the spaceport. From there, travel to the admin station and sell your cargo for a profit. So I purchased these fireworks for 869,000 UEC. I will be selling them for 983,000, making a profit of around 124,000 UEC for a 10-minute round trip. If you were able to string cargo runs together, you could easily make between 500 and 600,000 UEC an hour. Now that the basics of the new system have been covered, let's take a look at some tips to help make this process as efficient as possible. Tip number 1. Cargo capacity. With trade, the amount of profit you make per trip is entirely dependent on the amount of a resource you're able to move from one location to the other. Therefore, the more cargo capacity your ship contains, the more money you're going to make. So, to become an efficient trader, you'll want to own a Caterpillar, which costs 4.6 million UEC, or one of the new Hercules Star Lifters, which should be available to purchase in-game in the next patch or so. You can definitely make money running a trade route in a Freelancer Max, Connie or MSR, but the returns will be significantly lower than a large cargo vessel. Tip 2. Don't overspend. Every time you purchase a set amount of cargo, or attempt to move an item from one location to another, you run the risk of losing that cargo. With 30Ks and disconnects still being an issue, it's always tentative if you'll make it safely to your destination. Therefore, it's wise to only risk what you're willing to lose. Don't spend all your money on AV equipment if you're not prepared to lose it all and be left with nothing. Tip number 3. Ship equipment. Now, there are lots of components within our ships, but there are two major components that directly impact cargo hauling. These are the quantum drives and shields. You'll want the best quantum drive available to ensure your cargo runs are as quick as possible. This will lower your risk of being caught by a 30k and will increase your UEC gains per hour. I would recommend any of the military QT drives, so a Ponce, Balandin and TS2. Shields are equally vital to your survivability. If you're caught in a pinch, you'll want to run more times than you'll want to fight, especially if you're the only player on board. To that end, running an FR86 will provide the fastest shield generation rate and a large hit point pool, giving you the time you need to jump away out of danger. Tip number 4. Contact a station. Just like with mining, if the server seems unstable, you may want to take the extra few minutes to fly to the orbiting space station and contact their air traffic control operator. This will assign you a landing pad for a given period of time, and can sometimes save your cargo and ship if you disconnect. Equally, you'll then spawn in the station if you disconnect, along with possibly your ship. Tip 5. Plan your route. Currently, trade is pretty risk-free. Many players are not actively engaging cargo captains, and once in Quantum, you're generally scot-free. However, the Mantis is now working and can interdict craft, so you may want to avoid direct routes to a station. Instead, try zigzagging a little, ensuring your position and exit from Quantum are hard to work out. This may not be imperative now, but in the future it is something you're certainly going to want to do. And finally, tip number 6, plan round trips. To really optimize cargo runs, attempt to run cargo between a number of locations. That way you can earn money with each and every stop. Attempt to finish these runs at the position you started. That way you can start all over again, provided the prices haven't changed and the locations are still purchasing and selling the required items. There we have it. Trading is somewhat working again. It's certainly not optimized, but it's a start and it's much better than the position it was in previously. If you're an owner of a large cargo vessel, it may be time to dust it off and earn some money, especially with the upcoming Ninetales lockdown and potentially more lucrative commodities added in the future. Thank you for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed it or found it a tiny bit useful, leave a like, add a comment, or even subscribe, as it really means a lot and allows the video to gain more traction with the YouTube algorithm, allowing more people to view it in the long run. On another note, I'd just like to thank everyone that has subscribed to the channel already, as we've now reached 100 subscribers, and I really do appreciate it, so thank you very much. As always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.